guys, EB here, back with an update. I guess technically part 5 of this series. Last time we finished up the overworld, and I kept working through the dark world. Kind of wanting to give an update on where I am, what I've been doing in progress, and some changes that I've made around the world too. As you can see, I'm standing on concrete powder, so I have updated to 1.12.2. So it's the latest version. So yeah, got new blocks to work with, new textures, and so changed a few things around. So let's get started. We are in the dark world, and as you remember from previous videos, we are directly below the light world. And I think I may have mentioned this in the last video. I should probably go back and watch that, but I started by going around and putting in a lot of hidden lighting. Like you'll see, for example, there it is. Hidden lanterns underneath the path. So I was able to get rid of a lot of these hideous little lamps, lights, whatever. They were just dotting everywhere. Now I've gone through the whole light world and updated all the lighting so that it actually, looks a lot better. There's not just basically what amounts to torch spam, but with the lamps instead. You'll still see quite a few areas where it was just too dark and I didn't have anywhere to hide lighting, like under the carpets here. I had to leave the lights, so those are all still in place. But if you look back to some of the oldest videos, you'll notice there's a lot less of them. Other changes I've made now that we have the new update, I've added a different color to the castle. Again, hiding the lights under the carpet in here, I was able to remove a lot of the excess torches and lamps and everything in here. Just really fix that up. And I've done that throughout the whole world. And just cleaning. Trying to make it look a lot better. But like I say, we're in the dark world now. Light world is, well, quote unquote done. There's a few little things I want to finish up, but for the most part it's done. And so I've started down here in this corner, down in Lake Hyrule. I just picked a corner and said, hey, let's start here. So I've been, this whole dark world was basically a copy paste from above and pasted down here with MC Edit. So I had a huge head start. And I just came in, manually removed the land where it shouldn't be, added in ice and underwater lighting. I should probably actually put some more down there. Clean things up, remove torches. Everything's mycelium, which I think I've already talked about that in part 1, about how the world is set up, using mycelium instead of grass. Got all the lighting hidden. I'm probably talking about lighting too much, aren't I? But these caves down here are done. You got the spikes still leading across. And these caves have been updated. So now we have a... Oh, this is the old design of the fairy fountain. I haven't updated this one yet. I'll show you the newer design that I've kind of taken some liberties on and using the new blocks and stuff. All the concrete powders. Got this cave down here where I think someone's waiting in there, and I don't remember what they give you. I need to dig out my strategy guide so I can remember all these things. But this is this corner here, and I'm got the basic shape of the entrance into the, is it the 7th? The annoying ice dungeon. But as you see, it doesn't go down. It's just a placeholder. And I have made sure we had enough room. So here's bedrock at the... This is actually bottom of the rule. There's void below here. But I believe this... That doesn't seem right. Maybe... I don't know. But I've got plenty of room for all the floors in this dungeon going down. That's what I was checking there to make sure I had enough space. So this is the first part that I kind of started with in this world. and I'm just moved across to the west. I don't think there's any changes down here in the fortune teller. Let me double check that. But like this little shop is gone from there. This cave entrance is sealed up. There's nothing there anymore. You know, taking out a lot of the overworld features and adding in the dark world features. Have not done any of the actual dungeons yet. I've been working on all overworld stuff. Oh, this is still the old. But I got the, not really the swamp down here. Bog? I don't know what it's called exactly. This is still the same overworld structure with the viaducts. I haven't started any dungeon work there yet. Keep heading east. Got all these caves changed, and the area where you would walk into and use the mirror to get to the light world part, where in the light world you can get the magic medallion. Haven't started the swamp yet. Again, I've got, you know, the different cutouts. Most of this is identical on light and dark. Got this section over here. Got the brothers building torn out, library torn out. The game room's still there, and updated all the terrain. And I've got my least favorite game area, the digging game, where you gotta dig up and find the heart piece in there. Never did like that game. But I've got that area done. And I've also been coming up into Kakariko, or the, I guess, Thieves Village, and taking Kakariko and just obliterating it. So we got buildings that are basically destroyed, burnt out, whatever. Been taking, like, this was the pub, so I left remnants, kind of showing the broken building, but this building was all busted out in the dark world. This one was still intact. This one over here is busted. You know, just doing a lot of work and detail and trying to mimic the overworld as much as possible. Here's where I was putting in lighting but haven't finished the texturization with the concrete and the hardened clay and the carpet and all that. With this mini game here, I actually found a use for the terracotta block. The texture kind of works for the, I don't know, pad or whatever you call it that's right here in game. So that worked out pretty good. Again, haven't started dungeon. I need to basically demo that and rework it. But the part of Kakariko down here, like, I think these two buildings are fine as is. Might need to update the interiors. The blacksmith is done and destroyed. Threw some of the roof down on the floor to make it look like it had collapsed. The peg mini game, I guess. Beat them all down and something pops out. Laid the groundwork for the pyramid in the center. Gonna make it out of in-stone brick. I think that'll look pretty good and pretty accurate to the in-game castle, or pyramid. I mean, kind of tweak some of the lights over here. Removed more torches, and this is where I've been working at too, kind of laying out the paths and the bushes. So because we're in a desert biome, the vines all have this really hideous yellow color. I mean, it looked good before I changed the biome. Now, I don't know. And yet this, oh, sorry, let me get rid of that. This is almost too plain. So I'm kind of torn. Stick with the vines, No vines. I don't know yet. But yeah, I haven't done a whole lot in here yet. I got just the paths started. I've started using the acacia and coming this way. Coming up to the first Dark World dungeon. But this just takes a lot of time to get all the paths laid out, do all the decorating, the lighting, the everything. But this is basically where I'm at right now. Oh yeah, I have this corner down here done as well. With this. Oh yeah. Used to be a fairy fountain, now there's someone in here. They might give you rupees or advice or something. So yeah. That's the work I've gotten done so far. The rest of the world is untouched, you know, from, well, the half of Zora's domain that got copied down, and Death Mountain and all that. So that's still the overworld design. I haven't started removing all this yet and updating the Lost Woods and everything. You see, I've started coming through, laying out lighting and knocking out all the lamps and stuff. I'd mentioned earlier that I'd redone some of the fairy fountains. Let me hop up to the light world, because I know that's where I've updated them. So let me go up there and I'll show you what I mean. So this is basically the old design. Got just simple shape, sea lanterns, and the glowstone, Triforce, water, everything's stone. But with 1.12 we get the concrete powder and concrete and different textures, and I've been starting to play with textures in my survival world and really liking how they turn out. It's changed the way I design things, the way I look at things. So here we have the andesite on the floor, we got the chiseled stone, got the concrete powder in the background. I set the glowstone back behind a pane, giving some depth. Also makes it look a little more golden, I think. Changed the lighting. So this is basically the new design using the new textures and stuff, and I really like how this one looks better. I would say I'd do something with the ceiling and kind of give it some more depth, but I couldn't do that in every fairy fountain just because of the constraints of the world itself. This one I might be able to, because I've got quite a bit of height to work with before I hit this grass level. But what I like to do is basically come in MC Edit and grab all of that, set it to a schematic file, and then just paste it. Here's the original, paste it here. I've got this fairy fountain over here, I could paste it in. In fact, did I update this one? Yeah, this one. Here's where I pasted it, and see what I mean with the, this is the grass from the ground. So I'd have to actually knock this further down into the ground if I did anything with the ceiling. So I've just sort of left it. But that's where I'm at in the world, and kind of where I'm at. The bombsmith shop. So I'm going to leave this off here. Not much else to show. It's just been slow progress. I've really gotten back into just plain old vanilla and really been enjoying that. I've been doing modded for so long that it's a nice change of pace. Going back to the roots, I guess you could say. So let me show you that world too in a different video. But so this is where I'm at with this project. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. It's really dark. Bye. Alright. Bye-bye.